Dear colleagues, we are very pleased to take part to this round of multilateral assessment and to present our climate policy and the progress we have made in reaching our targets. I would like to start this presentation with a few words about our national circumstances. The Principality of Monaco is located on the north shores of the Mediterranean Sea. France is the only country sharing a border with Monaco. With a land surface of 2.8 square kilometers and a population of 39,050 citizens, Monaco is the second smallest and the most densely populated country in the world. As a result, almost the entire territory is urbanized, leaving no space for agricultural land nor forests. The green spaces represent 44 hectares. Monaco is a labor pool of around 60,000 employments, which results in a significant daily cross-border road traffic. 80% of private sector employees live outside Monaco. In 2021, the GDP was 7.27 billion euros and it increased by 23% compared to 2020. Monaco is also a net importer of energy, and electricity represents the major part of the total energy consumption. I now move to energy indicators. As you can see in the graph, GDP and population have increased by 47% and 6% respectively in 2021 compared to 2013. Over this period, energy intensity, energy consumption per inhabitant, and energy consumption per capita have been reduced by 41%, 23%, and 18% respectively. In terms of energy balance, more than half of the energy consumed in Monaco is imported electricity from France. Renewable energy produced locally accounts for 21.6% of consumption, and 63% of the energy consumed in Monaco is from renewable origins. Natural gas and fuel oil account for 6% and 3% of energy consumption respectively. Regarding the evolution of GHG emissions, according to our last national inventory report, the global emissions moved from 102.5 kilotons CO2 equivalent for our base year 1990 to 73.6 kilotons CO2 equivalent in 2021. This is a 28.1% decrease since 1990. We can notice that the mobility and the energy recovery from waste and the building sector are our current largest emitting sectors. Monaco ratified the Paris Agreement in October 2016. In its first NDC, Monaco committed to an economy-wide reduction target of 50% by 2030 compared to 1990. On the 24th December 2020, Monaco submitted an updated NDC with an objective of reduction of 55% by 2030. The next NDC will be submitted by early 2025. In complement, Monaco committed to be neutral carbon in 2050. These both commitments have been transposed in the national legislation since December 2020. The targets cover all sectors and all GHG emissions. Monaco could use units from market-based measures to achieve their objectives. The Principality of Monaco has adopted important policies and measures. Some of these are particularly innovative and perhaps unique in the world. Considering general measures, in 2018 the government launched the National Energy Transition Pact. The National Pact is a progress tool comprising a commitment charter and sectoral action plan who allows everyone, natural or legal person, to play a role in Monaco's energy transition. At this time, the pact is signed by 1,800 persons and 300 companies representing more than 30% of Monaco's employees. The committed retailer label showcases the eco-friendly practice of retailers and supports them in implementing sustainable consumption measures. The committed restaurant certification label, focusing on glass recycling measures, tackling food waste and providing support for the ban of disposable plastic utensils. In the waste sector, the government has adopted in 2017 a waste management plan to 2030, with in particular the objective of zero single-use plastic in 2030. In this context, important regulations are adopted to improve the waste management to ban plastic utensils as single-use plastic bags, the plastic straws, and the single-use plates, cups, glasses, and cutlery. All employers must provide employees with reusable tableware in the workplace. In January 1, 2024, the single-use plastic containers and packaging for individual portions of aliment will be totally banned in Monaco. This is a very ambitious and innovative policy to reduce single-use plastics and to reduce GHG emissions in Monaco. In parallel, the government has launched a system of returnable glass food containers and drop-off points throughout the country. Monaco also imports waste from France. This waste accounts for 7% of the total GHG emissions. For 3 years, the Monegasque government decided to require France to offset the emissions generated by the incineration of its waste in Monaco. In terms of transport sector, the reduction of fuel sales and emissions is a result of combined policies and measures implemented by Monaco with its own mobility policy, but also by France and European Union, for instance, the introduction of biofuel or the improvement of vehicles' emission standards. Concerning national measures, the government awarded a grant for the purchase of an electric or hybrid vehicles, including electric bicycles. In 2023, electric and hybrid vehicles represent 15% of the vehicles fleet. Monaco has also undertaken the development of public transport systems and infrastructures, in particular the creation of multipurpose commuter parking, public transportation with specific lanes, free electric charging points in all public car parks, measures to encourage the use of bicycle and car sharing, and the enforcement of urban logistics for freight. The thermal buses will be completely replaced by electric buses in 2025. For building, therefore, important measures have been taken. The construction and renovation energy efficiency standards have been strengthened in 2018, and the fuel oil consumption in buildings for heating and hot water production has been banned by 2022. Monaco is developing 2 district heating cooling networks based on sea thermal energy. These networks will contribute to reducing greenhouse gas emissions by 10%. In all buildings, an energy audit has to be conducted gradually and before 2028. In parallel, the government launched a new and specific environmental certification for construction and renovation of buildings adapted to the Monaco-specific climate and urban context. The certification named Mediterranean Sustainable Building of Monaco. Finally, all electricity consumed by the residential sector is certified as renewable. To finish, the MA gives the opportunity to present concentrate information on challenges and progress implementing measures to reduce GHG emissions. The MA is very important for sharing experience and good practice in reducing GHG emissions with other parties. Thank you for your attention.